What is up, nation? It is your boy Duo, and today I have something pretty special, something I'm proud of. So I'm currently streaming right now at twitch.tv/reallyduo, and I just got platinum with True Draco of all decks. Now, for those of you who don't know, I actually got my first invite to the national championship with True Draco, but it's just not good enough in the TCG, so to see all the stuff that this deck has access to in Master Duel, I really wanted to give it a shot. So let's get into this list. So it's a little bit of a budget list. This is a bit of a passion project, but the fact that it still gets platinum shows it's definitely viable for someone who wants to commit more to the deck. So we're going to be starting off with 3 copies of Max C, the special, the Master Duel special. Everyone loves this card. Everyone's so happy with this card. It's balanced. It checks the meta, it's just good all around. And then 1 copy of Breaker the Magical Warrior. Now, this was a meme that was suggested to me by chat, but it somehow ended up being really good. It turns out just being able to normal summon a monster that pops a back row somehow was pretty good, and I really liked it. So it's in the deck, it's part of the deck, and whether I want to or not, I get to report it as part of the list. And then we are going to have a little bit of a stun normal summon course. We have our 1 copy of Thunder King Ryo, just to, you know, stop the special summons, stop the adding, stop the searching. It's just a really good standalone monster. 1900 is actually kind of beefy in Master Duel. It gets over a lot of things. And then the good boy, our Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. Now this card is absurd in Master Duel. Every deck right now is special summoning. Eldritch, Tri-Brigade Bird, you name it, it's special summoning outside of True Draco. True Draco doesn't really do any type of special summoning. So just dropping this on people, a lot of times they will just instantly scoop it up. And even if they do have, you know, a monster that can beat over it, because it's only 1200, you have a variety of options that will help defend it and keep it on the field. So then for the Dracos, we are going to be playing 1 Ignis Heat and 2 Dynamite Knight. Now I felt that this was a pretty good ratio. Normally you would want more Dracos, but we are going to be playing a bit of a substitute in the form of 2 copies of Waterfall of Dragon Souls, which searches your Dracos. Because it is a Card of Demise deck, you don't want to play a lot of monsters. 2 copies of Upstart Goblin just to up the consistency. You know what it is. I can't believe this card is at 3. 1 copy of Terraforming. 3 copies of Card of Demise. This card is at 1 in the TCG Advanced, so this is definitely poggers for anyone who wants to play, you know, some type of control deck or stun deck like True Draco. 3 copies of Potted Duality. It's really important that you get to your big floodgates and you have a chance to just kind of see what you want to get out of your deck, and you can make the best boards possible. 1 copy of Chicken Game, just to draw another card and have a target for Terraforming in case you already have Diagram. I felt like this was pretty good. 1 copy of Diagram, and then 1 copy of True Draco Heritage, and 2 copies of Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix. Now, this is probably going to be a bit controversial, but I'm doing this on purpose, and I have a reason. So, the thing about True Draco Heritage that people gas it up so hard for is its plays in combination with Diagram. You can pop stuff and then activate Heritage to draw even more. But with only 1 Diagram and 1 Terraforming, this play is not going to come up as much as you think. And so a lot of times drawing Heritage ends up just being a dead card. And so for the sake of consistency, I cut it to 1, and then I can just search it whenever I have Diagram. So I actually like this a lot. And then the Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, you need to play 2 just so it can recycle itself. So yeah, and then moving on to the traps, we have our 2 Waterfall of Dragon Souls, as we said, to search our Dracos. Really good in tandem with Card of Demise, because you kind of just store a worm, you know, a True Draco that you can then just search on your turn after you've discarded your entire hand. 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. You want to try to get hand traps, but this card just as a standalone is not the best, so we're playing 2. 1 copy of Dogmatica Punishment. This card is definitely good. I didn't have time to get the Elder Entity and Tis. It would probably be better and I might play more, but I played it at 1 and it worked really well at 1. 1 copy of Solemn Judgment just to negate all your shenanigans. It is 4,000 life points, is a hefty price to pay, especially in this deck. And then 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness. This card's broken, everyone knows about it. And then moving on to the traps, we have 2 True King's Return, 3 copies of Apocalypse. Apocalypse is your main boyo that you want, just kind of halving your opponent's attack and just paving the way. This is really good when you want to keep your Fossil Dynapachycephalo on board. There were a lot of times where I would end on Pachycephalo Dynamite Knight, and then Dynamite Knight would activate an Apocalypse, and then I would use the Apocalypse to destroy the Dynamite Knight to keep Pachycephalo on field and shrink my opponent's monsters. And then there can be only one. I don't think anyone objects to this, just a generic good floodgate for every meta deck. So normally your ideal board is going to be like there can be only one plus Pachycephalo plus a Draco. That's what we're going for. And then for the extra deck, we just have 2 copies of Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, and then just a bunch of random targets. The extra deck really doesn't matter. I actually, for a while, wasn't even playing an extra deck because it doesn't matter at all. But once I included Dogmatic Punishment, I felt that it was necessary. So there's a deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.